Good day and welcome to the dining table. We got to live our lives. MTA Chairman John Lieber tells writers, subscribe, like, and share. So this is John Lieber, MTA Chairman. He is about to give some remarks at a press conference by the NYPD after the traumatizing shooting that happened inside a train car. He has a lot going on. There's been a lot of crime and violence in the train. He's been addressing the congestion pricing and fare invaders and employees being safe. Employees are getting assaulted on the train or on the bus. He recently did a press conference with Governor Kathy Hochul announcing National Guards being placed in the subway and checking bags, looking for guns, also speeding up, installing cameras in the train cars. Now, it's said that he lives in New York City, and it's said that he doesn't live too far from a subway station. Now, if he is a subway rider, I don't know. He is the MTA chairman, so I don't know if he would or he would not, but he seems pretty angry that guns are in the train. Let's listen.
You know, I sometimes say that the subway is a sacred space where we practice the world's greatest experiment in tolerance and diversity every day so people can live their lives in New York, the greatest city in the world. So when something like this happens, when you bring a gun on the train and you start a fight,
Whoa.
it's not right, and it is absolutely outrageous. That's what happened here. Someone brought a gun on the train and started a fight. It's why we need to keep fighting against guns. It's why the mayor is trying to take guns off the street and had some success. It's why the governor is fighting these crazies who say guns should be able to be carried everywhere in the public space. Get rid of the guns. The victims here, as the chief said, appears to be the aggressor. But the real victims are the people I saw in those videos who are having a harrowing. They're afraid for their lives. They're just trying to go about their lives. So get rid of the guns. People want to have disagreements. That's going to happen in life. But when a disagreement, a gun's involved, we can't live with it. We can't live with it. And I appreciate the mayor's commitment to getting rid of guns and Governor Hochul's support and her effort to fight, again, this craziness, these ideas out there that people should be allowed to carry guns everywhere.
So now he is going to turn to the police department and say thank God for the cops that they were right there when the train pulled into the station. And he is going to say that the system is working. Now, yes, it's great that the cops were there, but we may need a little bit more preventive because it could have been a whole lot worse. Let's listen.
The subway is no place for guns. I got to say to Chief Kemper and the NYPD, thank God for omnipresence. Thank God there were police officers on the platform. There were actually police officers from the precinct, from the neighborhood, who were inspecting, and they made the arrest before what is apparently the gunman even got off the platform. This system is going to make us safer. But today we have to think about all those people who were impacted by this. And I just want to say that
he's going to tell us we got to live our lives. If you come to New York City and you want to take the train, we got to live our lives. Now, there are homeless people doing drugs, there are guns, people being thrown on the tracks, a police shortage. You know, there's the National Guards and there's the state police and MTA police and NYPD, but there is still a police shortage. The fares are high, and every time you turn around, the fare is increasing. And then when you want to drive, there's congestion pricing. So you got to think about that. And then you got to think about the FBI putting out the warning of the possible terrorist threats. Here is John telling us we got to live our lives. Let's listen.
For all the passengers, we got to live our lives. We got to live our lives, but together we got to support everybody who's fighting back against guns. That's what's going to make the difference here.